The past year has been rough, pun intended. But now that the world is starting to reopen and we can see the light at the end of this tunnel, how can you prepare your dog for life after COVID-19? Let's get into it. Welcome back to Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm Bernie Zilio, and I'm on a mission to answer every doggone question you have ever had about your fur babies. And today, we are talking about how you can re-socialize your dog after a year of quarantine, social distancing, and a lot of one-on-one time with you and you only. Not sure if you can see my puppy, but he came to say hi. Hi, Bubba. I'm sure your pup has appreciated all of your undivided attention over these past 12 months. But I'm guessing they also miss playtime with other pups, people, and just overall interaction with fellow beings. That makes all of us, am I right? So how can we prepare our dogs for things to go back to quote unquote normal? Here are a few tips for your dog. As for us humans, I got nothing. As tempting as it may be, the first tip is to actually skip the dog park. It's likely that your local dog park has been closed, or maybe you just haven't visited lately because of social distancing. So it's likely that your dog hasn't been around another dog, or a lot of other dogs, in quite some time. Going to a park with a ton of other canine friends might be sensory overload for your pup. They could feel totally overwhelmed, or just too darn excited. And as many dog parents know, an overexcited dog, while stimulated from a positive emotion, can bug other dogs who maybe aren't on the same energy level, which can potentially lead to an act of aggression, which we don't want. It's also possible that other doggos may have picked up on some not so dog park friendly habits in the past few months. So you don't want your pup to pick up on those or to be a victim to any bad behavior. So if you can't go to the dog park right now, how do you get back into the swing of socializing? Do a one-on-one play date. Invite over a friend's or a family member's dog so that your pup can relearn how to interact around other dogs in a small and controlled environment. This will also ensure that they don't get too overwhelmed with a lot of new dogs all at once. But when you do have your play date, make sure that the dogs can greet one another off-leash. Our dogs' leashes can inhibit normal dog communication, forcing our pups to behave very differently while on their leashes versus off. Not to mention, the leash just adds one more element to the excitement equation. We want to let our dogs interact as naturally as possible in the least stimulating environment as possible to slowly ease their way back into being around other dogs. But what about other humans? It's possible that your dog hasn't seen any other people besides you and those who live in your household in a while. So getting your dog accustomed to seeing people with masks on could be helpful in preparing them for the reality of the world out there. As we've talked about before, our dogs have the amazing ability to read our faces and body language to understand us. And as we all know, masks sort of inhibit that. Not being able to get a read on the people around them could make our dogs feel very unsettled and anxious. So be sure to praise your dog when you pass someone on the street who may be wearing a mask. Try to wear masks around your dog more often. And always reward them when they stay calm. Hopefully these tips help get your dog back on the path to re-entering the real world. We'll all need them. Are you nervous about how your dog will re-socialize after the pandemic? Let us know your biggest concern in the comment section down below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio, and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single doggone episode, and we will see you next time.